This is the moment.
The Bachelorette is back. And the power
I'm gonna fall in love.
is in Jen's hands.
And I'm gonna do it my way.
ABC Mondays.
Everything about her is great.
I feel so special.
Jen's looking like a queen.
My men are very, very hot.
Someone call 911. You are looking so fired.
This is the beginning of a new era.
The Bachelorette. All new Mondays, 8, 7 Central on ABC. And stream on Hulu.
Savage.
This program contains subject matter and language that may be disturbing to some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
Here we go again. More technical problems. We live in the 21st century.
Savage. Unfiltered.
Not only should we not be employed, but we gave $30 billion. Did you know we gave $30 billion to this program?
Your host, Michael Gard.
Everybody ready or what?
Like a Hellcat.
All right, guys, welcome to Savage Unfiltered, guys. Welcome. Happy Monday for everybody. Happy Monday. Hope everybody had a great weekend. I did. Was busy doing different things. God, I stayed busy all weekend. Sometimes it doesn't stop, guys. And this time I actually managed to shave on the bottom of the neck. I know Joseph made a goof with me last week where he's like, you better start shaving the bottom of the neck. You're starting to look like a hobo. But, guys, Joseph, buddy, how are you liking the new backdrop? For those who are viewing it, Joseph has a brand new backdrop. Gave him an upgrade, guys. Check it out.
Yeah. Look at that. How fantastic is that? Both my books now and the city of Detroit in the background, and even got my last name on there. Spelled correctly, of course. Thank you.
Yeah.
For those who don't remember, there's no O in Leonard. And Ellen, you said Happy Monday, to which I got to say, bah humbug Mondays.
Yeah. Why is it a bah humbug, Joseph?
Well, I don't even work for a living. I'm on Social Security disability, so I'm home all the time. But, Mondays are still just blahs, because the weekend, even for me who doesn't work, the weekends, all the TV program is different on the weekend, and the Wham Radio weekend show hosts are on, so I participate in their shows all the time. So it's a change, and then Monday's kind of a back to the grind, even for somebody like me. So I sympathize. And believe me, I'd much rather still be working at my 6-figure salary job than being on disability. But, it is what it is. We do what we got to do.
Yeah. As you can see, Joseph has a brand new backdrop, Joseph.
Yes.
Great
so
stuff.
Beautiful. Thank you so much to the Savage Unfiltered team for my new background. Both my books now show. That's wonderful. You can see Detroit in the background. It even got my last name up there. The whole name's there, but it's partially cut. But hey, having just the last name is good. People can see the proper spelling all the time that way. So if they search me online, they'll find me.
Yeah. Well, Joseph, I don't want to hold up too much of our guest here.
Especially since we're having technical issues. We got to get going while the equipment's cooperating.
Yeah, and I do apologize. Florida guys, you got to love it. The tropical state plus the tropical state of weather. I mean, that's what it seems like. But I don't want to hold up our guest too much longer. I want to thank her for patience here waiting. But guys, without further ado, I want to bring in Layla London to the show. Layla, how's it going, ma'am?
Ma'am. Oh my gosh.
I figured I'd throw the ma'am in there because of your patience. You're waiting in the show like for almost 6 minutes now. So
My
I'm like,
God,
I gotta say something.
Is my mother on hold? Like, what's happening?
Sorry about that. It's glitches.
You've been on hold so long, you turned old. You're a man.
I know. Jeez.
So Layla, this is Joseph. You're meeting him for the first time. You weren't on. You were on here for the first 3 times, I think maybe, but you haven't met Joseph. So this is Joseph M. Leonard. He joins me on Mondays and Wednesdays to the show.
Well, nice
good
to meet you, Joseph.
Layla. Yeah, good to meet you.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm a little off tone right now because of frustrations with routers and weather and everything else. So it happens.
I know. And we all go through it, but the good news is I'm here now and I have fun stories to share. And you know what? It's going to take that male brain right off this router issue. You're going to be interested in what I have to say.
Yeah. Well, hey, listen, Layla, this is the thing. You can't have one or the other, right? You could have good weather here in Florida, but you can have crappy service to the weather. So it's one or the other, I think. I don't know, but
where are you in Florida?
I live in Orlando. So we have some thunderstorms, kind of, some medium to strong cells passing the area. So Joseph knows.
Okay.
I deal with storms probably like 3 or 4 times a week, so it sucks. Yeah. It really does. But
I'm in Florida too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's what I'm not having bad weather today, so I'm like, where are you?
Well, that's strange, Layla, because here's the thing. Like yesterday, we were having bad weather again, and then people just maybe 30, 40 minutes south of me, it was clear and sunny. So this is the tropical state, guys.
I know, but that's how it is. Wait 10, 15 minutes and now you got different weather.
Exactly. Yeah. So, but welcome to the show, guys. This is Layla London. She's the host of her show, The Curious Girl Diaries. You can find her all over the place. iHeart, Spotify, all over. But welcome back to the show, Layla. I want to talk about what we had mentioned. Guys, I talk to Layla from time to time through social media and stuff like that. And I found the topic quite interesting. Sex or sharer. And I want to bring that into the show because, I want to see what my listeners prefer. Sex, or do they prefer to share it? So we're going to get into that conversation. Plus, we're going to get into some stories of Layla. She said she has some stories to share. What type of stories do you want to share? I'll let you kick it off, Layla.
Well, there's just been there's been a huge development, something I knocked off my bucket list that I have been trying to do for, almost 7 years now. I'm in my 7th season, and I finally had a threesome.
Oh,
wow.
For a minute there, I thought Michael said...
Joseph almost had a heart attack, for God's sake.
You look like you both were having simultaneous heart attacks. I didn't...
Layla, I'm 20 years younger than Joseph, just to give Joseph's age. Sorry, Joseph, I had to put that out there. But,
that's quite all right.
Yeah,
all right.
I mean, but I'm getting up there.
At first, I wanted to add a couple jokes, though. At first, you're talking about buckets. Thank God Layla didn't kick the bucket.
Oh, God, Joseph.
She crossed something off her bucket list. That's good. And I'm going to dox Michael. We said that he lives in Florida. If you know where Donald Duck and Pluto live, he bought the house between them. So now you know where he lives.
Yeah, that's because of the crappy Wi-Fi service we're getting from the from the router today. Shaky, go back to Best Buy, get a better fucking router. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
But
anyways,
a threesome, that's interesting. I can't say that I've had one of those. So do tell, educate.
Yeah. Well, it's been on my list. So there's two that I want. I got one of the two, right? I want male, female, or I want female, male. And so I got my female, male. And so now it's progressed. So I'm kind of like now in a throuple. I'm a part of this couple, and we meet regularly, and and have sex all together, or I'll have just a date with they're engaged, so I'll have a date with I call them Jack and Jill. So I'll have a date with Jack, and then I'll have a separate date with Jill, and then sometimes we all get together. But
Layla, we were talking about this on the last episode I had you on, where you wanted to fulfill that bucket list of the threesome. And I finally did. You finally did, yeah.
I finally fucking did after all
this time. Cross it off the list.
Cross
it off the list.
You finally fucking did. You literally fucking
finally fucking did. It just
Hey,
no, seriously.
She used the term. And do you watch the series Ghost, Layla? It's based on an English. Yeah, there's on ABC. There's a show called Ghosts. It's funny. It's a comedy, and it's based on a couple buys a B&B. It's an old mansion, and it's haunted. And one of the ghosts is called, I think, Daisy. She's like an old 60s.
Joseph, is this on Netflix?
No, this is on ABC, regular TV. But yeah, I'm pretty traditional when it comes to sex and bedroom exploitation.
Joseph's the doctor of sex over here.
but that's a running joke in the show, a throuple. So
right. Well, I am now part of a throuple. So, it's completely different. Like, it's really cool. Number one, I understand why men love boobs. I am now a boob lover. Who knew? Boobs are so much fun. I mean, they're comforting. Like, I'm mesmerized by her boobs. I mean, really, literally.
I've always been an ass and breast guy myself. So yeah, boobs are awesome. I love boobs. The right proportion, the right size. I know. Yeah.
I mean,
they can't be too small though.
No, hers have imprinted on me. Like, I know moving forward, she's my boob type. Like, if I ever am with another female again, I'll be like, nope, I gotta have the Jill boobs. I need those boobs. I need those nipples.
What's the Jill boobs?
The Jill boobs. Well, they're just like perfect C cups. They're nice and perky. She's got kind of like those bigger, more eraser nipples, which who knew I would be into that, but they're really fun to suck on. So it's like I said, I feel like I'm reverting back to like a baby. Like when I'm touching her, it's like, it's just.
Layla, I forgot to warn Joseph here about you.
Joseph, sorry.
Layla, no, you're fine. You're fine, Layla. Layla does not hold back, Joseph. She is not afraid to express herself sexually.
Yeah. No, I know from mentions from the other show that she was. I didn't watch the whole show, but I saw part of it, so I knew what to expect. And I am, like I said, I mean, a very traditional monogamous kind of straight white guy, but the sex talk doesn't bother me at all. So
I'm glad I'm not offending you.
What do you?
Oh no, you won't offend Joseph. He's very unfiltered and savage like myself. But
right.
I gotta ask this though: do you ever watch the Greg Gutfeld show? Do you know about the Canadian male shop teacher who now calls himself transgender, is wearing the quadruple Z strap-on balloon breasts to school?
Oh, God, Joseph.
I have not heard this.
Oh, God.
Explain this show. Explain it, Joseph, if you can, but please. Put periods and damn commas after your sentence. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll come up if you Google the Canadian wood shop Gazunga Gate teacher. They're calling it Gazunga Gate.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
This shop teacher is a male, and he was somewhat conservative. So people think he's trolling the school district because he had said some things that were against the Trudeau administration, and he thought he might be getting fired. So all of a sudden, he declares himself transgender and wearing these quadruple Z blow-up breasts to school.
God.
And of course, being woke at that school, it's like
Yeah.
now he's untouchable. In
Right.
more
What are you
ways
gonna
than
do?
one.
What are you
Pun
gonna do?
intended. He's
I like
untouchable.
him. I like this guy.
Yeah.
So does
He's
Greg
trying to force their
Gutfeld.
hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
Every week, there's an update to Gazumba Gate on the Greg Gutfeld show on Fox News over the
I seen Gutfeld. Yeah, I seen Gutfeld touching on that topic a little bit. But I got to ask you a question. Joseph, are you a sharer, man, even at your age? I have to say that. Or do you prefer just one-on-one, brother? I don't know, man.
Again, when it comes to the bedroom, yeah, I'm a one-on-one guy.
You're a solo guy. I get you.
You know, it depends on what the definition of is here, I guess. But yeah, sharing is a great thing. But yeah, I'm traditional when it comes to
I hate to tell you, Joseph, I'm going to have to slow down myself when I get to your age. No offense. I mean, I'm 40, guys. I'm right around Joseph's corner. That 20-year mark is going to pop right up sooner or later. But Joseph, I'm still living as if I was 20 years old, literally.
Oh, at 40,
I mean,
I was.
It hasn't
too.
slowed down. I told Layla this my first episode I had her on. My sex drive, man, has not slowed down a damn bit, and I'm fucking blessed for it. I really am.
I did not get married until I was 36, and my wife at the time when I married her was 23. So yeah, at age 40, I was still living like a 20-year-old. Until I got sick in 2001 and everything changed.
Wait, Joseph,
then
if I heard
my
this,
age hit me.
If I heard this right, wow, man, congratulations. You were 36 and she was 23?
I know. That's
wow, man.
And she looked 18. I'll have to share a picture of her with you at some point. I've got her high school picture. I mean, she looks.
Well,
she doesn't look.
I want
like
to
a
ask
high
you
school
something. I want to
senior in
ask you
that
something,
picture.
Joseph.
Yeah, feel free to cut him off if you have to, Layla.
Yeah, I want to
shut up
ask
sometimes,
you
but go ahead.
something. So if she would have approached you, your 23-year-old bride who looked 18, if she would have approached you with a friend of hers and said, "Hey, honey, we want to, we both want a piece of you," what would you have done?
Yeah. Put me on the spot now. Yeah. I don't know that I can answer that hypothetical because obviously my state of mind now as opposed to then. I mean, I can't lie. As a Christian person, I can't lie. I potentially could have been open to it. I mean, it is certainly, I think, most people's fantasy as a male to be with two women. So now, if she approached me with a former boyfriend and said, "Hey, let's have a throuple," no, because I am way too straight.
Right.
No offense to, like Levon, who we had on, or the LGBT community. I'm sorry. I'm honest with you. I'm a straight white guy. That's
nothing wrong with that.
What I am. But I don't hate the gay community. I don't condone it, but I don't condemn it. As a Christian, final
Joseph,
judgment is for the Lord, not me.
Joseph, you were pretty happy to talk to Levon when we had her on because
it was great.
It was like your dream come true. You always wanted to talk to a woman like Blair White, but this wasn't Blair White, Layla. This was another woman similar to Blair White. But Joseph was all on board with that,
Well, like we said on the show, and I got grief on it for that episode online, and so I put trans woman in quotation. All right. But there's a difference between someone like Levon DuPont and Blair White. I put them in a completely different category. And Levon made clear too. She is, as a trans woman, is
she was getting attacked the other night on one of her Twitter spaces. It was I mean, I was right in there like Superman. I fucking dove in there like a fucking bird. I was like, "Listen, you motherfucker, leave this fucking woman alone. If that's what she wants to be, that's what she wants to be. Whatever floats your boat." Guys, we'll be right. Yeah, Joseph, we'll be right back.
Not,
I gotta get a break.
However, a drag queen story hour tranny buffoon clown. Two different categories.
Yeah.
You can't lump all LGBTQ into one bucket, to go back to that term. We are all content of character individuals.
Yeah, hold that thought, Shaky, in my earpiece. I got to get a break, guys. We'll be right back with Layla London here. Oh, what an episode, guys.
I think you're gonna like your new nose, Miss Hastings.
And cut.
I'm Steve Martin. As an actor, it's my job to make people believe that what they're seeing is real. Hey. Hey! That the frustration is real. Man, I'm hungry. Oh, the disappointment is real.
1, 2, 3, 4. Winner!
Eat it, Kyle. You're all losers.
That the joy is real, but it's not real. It's acting.
Wow! That's fantastic.
Or was I just acting? Only way to find out is to try it yourself.
I'm Marco Rubio, and I approved this message.
Val Demings. She'd be Florida's most liberal senator ever. Demings votes with Pelosi 100%. She supports amnesty and gave stimulus checks to illegal immigrants, supports taxpayer-funded abortion until the moment of birth. Demings even voted to allow transgender youth sports and teach children radical gender identity without parental consent. Val Demings. She's not just liberal, she's dangerously radical.
Savaged, unfiltered.
That can be a really big part of the appeal too. Like you're listening to someone talk really dirty to you, or you're listening to people having sex, and like no one knows what's going on, no one knows what you're listening to. Your cheeks are maybe getting a little red, you're trying to hide it. Like it can definitely add to the excitement.
What do you think separates visual porn from audio porn, aside from the obvious?
One of the massive benefits is that you just get to focus on yourself or your partner. I feel like visual and written mediums take away that in the moment feeling. You know what I mean? Because you're focused on something else. You're focused on words or visuals. And with this, you put on the headphones and your hands are free to explore your own body, to explore your partner's body. People are actually really surprised when I tell them that it's simulated sex acts, and that, you know, our actors are actually not performing these acts on each other.
Yeah, guys. For those who are curious of just who Layla is here on the show, right? Curious, get it? Curious Girl Diaries. Sorry, I had to be quirky and nerdy there for a minute, but guys, you can find a lot of her episodes, through her podcast, The Curious Girl Diaries. And I want to bring Layla back into this, with everything. Joseph, man, are you all right, buddy? You're getting sweaty, buddy. Like, is everything okay? Dead air. What do you mean dead air? Shaky pop. Fucking plug it in with what you're saying. Dead air, asshole.
Yeah, there was dead air after the commercials. You were quiet. You came back. No, I was rubbing my eyes because I have an itch. I'm not sweating. I'm perfectly fine. But that Pepsi ad, I enjoyed the Pepsi ads. Yeah. They were one of the few good Super Bowl ads. The Super Bowl ads were very disappointing this year. They were pretty lame.
Yeah. I got a story on that on this week's show, but I don't want to go too political here because I want to stay on focus here with Layla.
You were supposed to be talking about sex.
Yeah. Joseph, he always goes political. Yeah, but that's
no.
Let me get this straight. Wait, guys, I want to sum this up here. I just want to make sure I'm on the right show. I'm on a guy show. There's two men. I'm trying to talk about sex, and I cannot get a word in edgewise. What the fuck is going on here?
That's Joseph. He always talks political. Sometimes, like I said,
why are we talking about the Super Bowl?
Stop talking about the Super Bowl, Joseph.
I was talking about the Pepsi ad.
Yeah. I'm trying to tell you great stories. Now I have a sub, a guy that wants me to lock his dick up in a cage and not let him come.
Listen, hold on for a minute. I don't mean to cut you off, but listen, this now you can use this on your next show. Like you were on a show and the typical man that doesn't talk about sex, he talks about football or he talks about, guy stuff.
I mean, like,
hey, I'm 60 years old. The dating scene's past me. I'm one of those get off my lawn kind of guys now.
Yeah.
I'm just a typical old white guy.
Yeah. Anyways, let's get back to sex if you don't mind, Joseph. I really like to learn about Layla. Layla, the thing I brought into earlier this show. See, I can multitask. I can talk about sex versus football.
Your router can't, though.
Well, hey, listen.
There's a double entendre right there. Yeah.
Listen, guy. This was the first show that I. Will you shut up, Joseph, and let me talk? This was the first show that I had that was a fucking complete disaster. The first 4 minutes, but hey,
train wreck.
Technology.
I know.
Everybody's gonna get it sooner or later. But anyway, I was talking about earlier in the show about does people prefer just regular sex or do they prefer to share it? Let's get Layla's insights on it. Layla, do you prefer to share or do you prefer just to do? Obviously, you got into your threesome, so I obviously you're a sharer. That's what it seems like.
Right, sharing is caring. I mean, I have typically had one-on-one, ethically non-monogamous relationships. So I haven't been with it. It's my first time with a couple, and that's been fun, and I'm enjoying that, and definitely want to keep going with that. Traditionally, it's just been me and a partner one-on-one when we're together, but we are also not monogamous, so everybody's kind of free to do their own thing.
Now that you've crossed that threshold, the obvious thing is, has you put gangbang on your bucket list?
No.
Is that something that you won't do, or you won't?
So you're traditional to some degree. There's red lines you won't cross.
Yes, I've been to sex parties where you can go into sort of like a orgy room or, get a gangbang going. And I still prefer, I don't mind seeing all that going on around me. I love all that hot, sexy energy. It's erotic, but I still want to be with my people or my person. I don't want strange dicks.
At least you have morals. I mean,
I just have, that's my boundary. I don't know you. I don't really, I don't need you inside me.
Hey, the girl has borders, folks. I mean, you got to respect.
Hey, yeah. Right. There's most everyone at least has some degree of standards. We can all, agree to disagree on what our lines are to cross. Again, I'm an old stodgy white guy, Christian, very traditional. But I have no problem with this talk. Not everybody has to think like I think, right?
Yeah.
And that's how other people try to dictate onto others. I'm not that way.
I was talking to somebody like that too, Layla, where she was into similar stuff like you, but she was like what just Joseph just mentioned. She was almost like a Christian, and she had morals, and she was like, nope, don't do that. I don't cross that line. And then I was like, well, what about threesomes? Nope, don't do that either.
Yeah, and there was
what the hell do you do?
There was another double entendre there. I used the word dictate accidentally.
Yeah.
This is going to be another one of those shows where everything out of our mouth is a double entendre. We had a show like that a few months ago. I don't remember who was on, but everything ended up being a double entendre unintentionally.
Yeah.
It's not hard to go there. I mean, when we've opened the door wide open to it. So we'll just see how you.
We opened the bedroom door. Yeah,
you did. You opened the bedroom door right to it.
Layla, tell us a little about
mirrors all over the ceiling.
Yeah, 1 second, Joseph. Tell us a little bit about this audio porn. I seen the latest episode of your audio porn.
Oh,
what's audio porn?
Wait,
I'm
hold
sorry.
on.
I'm 13. I don't know.
I want to. You were playing that on the break. I don't know if that was if that
Yeah,
goes
that
into
was-
this.
Well,
Okay, well,
sort of.
listen.
I mean, that's
can I
the
make-
your latest episode.
May I
wanna
make
know
a
what the hell-
May I
Go
make
ahead.
a request, please, as
Go
I
ahead.
did last time? When you're going to promo one of my episodes, make sure it's my voice. That's my guest's voice. And you did that last time. I'm like, that is not me talking. That is my guest. Saturdays I have guests. Tuesdays I have my episodes where I'm just, it's all me. And so then the outtakes are all me as well. So just pointing that out. So that lady talking was not me. That's Jamie from Bloom Stories. That's one of my sponsors this month. And they do audio porn. And audio porn's a lot of fun. It's underrated. But the people that listen to me, because I'm talking so freely, it is almost like audio porn, the way I tell a story. But these are really professionally done stories. And so I had her on because it's interesting how they put them together. The actors aren't even in the same room, but they sound like they're literally together having sex. So it's a huge turn on. I'm into it.
So it is almost like phone sex, but both parties are just audio. They're communicating in a studio or whatever. It's not two people at different remote locations.
No, they're in remote locations. Like you sometimes shoot a movie, you know, they're reading a script but these are voice actors. They really do a great job. And anyway, interestingly enough, one of the sound effects they use, or one of the items that they use to simulate, I guess, you know, the noises that a woman's vagina makes when she's wet and getting all excited and having sex, is slime. Sticking your fingers in slime and the way it sounds, like the noises that it makes. I'm like, oh my God, I'm never going to look at that shit the same. Like, I don't, that I'm going to be crinkling it by my ear going, yeah. I mean, it does. It really does sound like, you know, a wet vagina. So
I thought you were going to say a Hellman's mayo jar.
Oh God, Joseph.
No. Hellman's mayo jar.
Now you'll think twice.
What kind of kinky shit are you into, Joseph?
Maybe Hellman's will sponsor your show now that you've called him out.
I hope so. We had Steve Martin, maybe. I mean, you never know.
Did you have Steve Martin on your show, or is that just a commercial?
No, it's the
Pepsi
sponsor.
ad,
They send us the
Pepsi ad.
packages in the email, so we plug them in. You know.
Nice.
Yeah, one of the rare good Super Bowl ads, the Pepsi ads.
Yeah. Got to go back to that fucking football, don't you, Joseph?
I know. Why are we talking about football?
It's still balls, right?
All right.
Still balls. Still sweaty men playing with balls.
Layla, he's old. He doesn't, you know, he's trying to be,
Joseph, anyway. I need you to call on some of your old school politeness right now, my dear, and let me tell this story if that's all right with you.
Go ahead. You could tell the story here because we're running up with time here. But go ahead.
Yes.
Go ahead. I'm gonna give you a little extra time because of that stupid glitch in the beginning.
Okay. Well, just so I've knocked the threesome off my bucket list. That's going along swimmingly, and now one of the things I always wanted to do was some type of cuckolding, female sort of domination. And I now have this guy that's really into it. He's a professional soccer player and this is what he likes. And so, you know, like I said, I get to lock up his dick in a cock cage and I get to tease him and I get to deny him an orgasm, make him very uncomfortable. And then when I decide he can have one, but sometimes I'll just ruin it. Like I'll get him to the point, but I won't get him over the edge and it'll just kind of happen without all the great sensation. And that's called ruining it. So I'm really sort of getting into my dominatrix side, which I knew was in there. I tend to be
whole different types of sides, it seems. Wow.
I do. Well, you know what?
Different angles, different sides.
A lot of people do sexually. They just don't. They never figure it out because they don't give themselves any room to just explore. Do I like this? Do I not like that? Do I like this? Do I not like that? I didn't know I'd like all this stuff either. I mean, I was just straight up vanilla when I started all this. But it's just fun to explore. It doesn't mean I'm gonna live my life like that the whole time. But
when you mean straight up vanilla, like the term that you use, do you mean that you were like pretty much like a how can I say this?
Like a me?
The opposite of a nympho. What's the opposite of a nympho? Like a woman that's not like, you know, a closet type of person.
You mean a prude?
Pretty
mean like
much.
a
Yeah,
prude?
prude. There you go. Prude. Yeah.
I mean,
forgot the
no,
word. Yeah.
I wasn't a prude, but I was just traditional where it's like, I'd have a boyfriend and, we'd have sex and it was just regular standard sex. Like I don't know that we had any special sizzle on it. And, I mean, I always enjoyed it, but now I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm so creative.
Creative. Joseph, you got any final closing thoughts on Layla's life here?
A soccer player. So now we're back to football. It's okay if Layla mentions it. I couldn't resist saying that. Yeah,
of course.
I'm sorry,
Yes.
just couldn't resist.
Yeah, you're fine.
Oh, just got to get the bad puns in there.
There we go.
And so again, back to sweaty men playing with balls.
That's right. But I mean, like I like balls flying at my face. It's all right.
I don't know.
Marsha, for those who will get the old Brady Bunch joke.
Oh, yeah. Brady Bunch. Yeah.
Yeah, the football episode, ball hits her in the face.
Yeah, ball hits the face. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a boundary for me. I'm not into that shit with the balls and a woman's face. I mean, that's something I probably won't do, but that's just me.
You don't want your balls draped across a woman's face?
No.
Where do you want them?
You
don't want your balls. You don't want your balls anywhere near a woman's face.
No.
What about?
I'll do other kinky shit, but I won't do the balls with the face. That's something. I don't know. It's just every woman and every guy has a boundary, right? Like you have.
I'm just trying to figure this out anatomically, though. I'm trying to figure this out anatomically. If you're getting a blowjob, how are your balls not? Right. How come your balls aren't close to her face? Had they been removed?
Yeah.
No. I mean, I still have two testicles and everything, but I just won't.
They're in her purse.
Pretty much. Yeah. God, Joseph. What do I have? A 15-foot dick or something? Jesus
he's on you today.
As the joke goes, he's not really a man.
That's not what that means. That's not the innuendo there.
No. Anyway, again, I can't.
Over the head.
Teasing.
It went over your head.
It's all in good fun. Just having a little fun here.
But Layla, I want to thank you though. I really do. I've had her on, Joseph, it's like the third time, and I really enjoy talking to her. I really do. We've got into some really, really kinky shit the first episode, which I mean, I saved that for that episode. You guys have to watch that first episode. But Layla, I really enjoyed talking to you. I without pun intended, and all that jokes and stuff like that. I really, when I bring people on here, I want to hear their story, and hearing your story, it's amazing, of where, everybody has different lifestyles, and it's awesome.
Hopefully I don't get shit for this episode like I did the Levon one. This is certainly not one I'll be able to share in the Christian rooms.
Exclusive. It's a savaged exclusive, Joseph.
There you go.
But Layla, thanks very much. If you want to plug in any information to the listeners and people that listen to the show, this is going to be viewed both video and audio format. So
sure.
Perfect. Go ahead.
Yeah. If anybody would like to reach out, the easiest way to do that is just to go to my website, thecuriousgirldiaries.com. From there, you can link to all my social medias. There's a pink tab on the right-hand side. If you want to leave me a voicemail, I get back to everybody personally. If you just want to ask me a question or, have something burning in your mind there, sexual, that you want to send my way. That's kind of sounded bad. If it's burning, maybe you got to see a doctor. But
God.
Anyway, Curious, I know I had to throw it. I had to go with it.
She's one up in you, Joseph.
I know. Yeah. Wait, hold on. Let me finish, Joseph.
Let her
hold
talk,
on.
Joseph.
Let me get this out. Okay. So CuriousGirlDiaries.com, social media links are there, and the link to the podcast is there. Just type it in. You'll pick it up anywhere you listen to your podcasts.
And to go back to your comment about strange dick, no dick pics, no strange dicks.
Oh, well, you can't voicemail me a dick pic. Thank God. Yeah.
Joseph, we're not at the technology level there yet. Maybe in another 4,000 years, but.
Well, we were talking audio porn. Yeah, I guess. If you go to video mail, then it's a problem.
Yes, and the audio porn. I don't do audio porn. That's just one of my sponsors. I had them on. It's an interesting subject, and my show covers everything about my life sexually, and then just anything I find interesting that I think will be helpful to my listeners.
You gotta love it, Layla. Comedy and sex today. It's a great blender.
It's a good combo.
Yeah. But anyway,
Just
thanks.
so long
thanks
as
again.
someone's not laughing at the sex, right?
Yeah.
You want the sex to be enjoyable, not
some people do laugh at sex. There are weirdos out there.
There's clown sex. That's a kink.
Speaking of clown sex, I just hope before you leave, I just seen this woman that's into clowns, and she does like stripping and everything else. Joseph, that's a very trending type of thing now in strip clubs. Clowns.
No, you know what? Layla mentioned that there was an old Jerry Springer episode. I was never a Springer watcher, but you see the ads for them. And on Springer,
they used to play that shit in high school when I was in high school at the cafeteria, the Jerry Springer show.
Oh.
Yeah, but women dressed in clown makeup, and I gotta tell you, clown makeup
it's a trending thing.
Bikini, was pretty attractive.
In a bikini. All right. Glad you
Layla, thanks very much for stopping by. You have a great day, okay?
Okay.
Take it easy.
Bye.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Joseph, wow.
Yeah, thank you for now utterly destroying my reputation.
I didn't destroy it. Come on, Joseph. I thought you would have fun talking to her. She's an awesome woman.
It was fun.
It wasn't as bad as you thought it,
No. Again, I no bones about it. I am very much a straight white male, monogamous in my relationships, but it doesn't mean I can't talk about these things. I am, to use that term, I am not a prude. I choose to be somewhat prudish in the way I live my life.
She didn't like you trying to escape from it, going to football, and then yeah. But you got to remember, guys, Joseph is he's obviously a lot older than me and Layla. And, when you get to that age, that's what you talk about, football and maybe, parks and theme parks and normal stuff, but hey, everybody has.
Oh, believe me, I still appreciate the female anatomy. It's I'm older, when you're younger, sex is a much bigger thing than when you're older. It's just kind of part of life, and younger people won't know and understand that. You just lack that wisdom of age until you get older, which is not to say there isn't sex going on at the senior center.
Well, don't worry. Yeah. Oh God, there's sex in the senior citizen center. Jeez, I wouldn't doubt it, Joseph. I would not doubt it.
Some of them are very active over there. So it's again, like I said during the show, Martin Luther King. Content of character. We are all different. It's all an individual thing. You do you, right?
Yeah.
And just respect others.
Well,
in their choices.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna like the next two topics we bring in, guys. I want to thank Joseph. Joseph, we got a full panel today. Alrighty, guys. Thank you very much for joining us here with Layla London. God, Joseph, what do you think, man? Layla London. Oof, she was a dynamite, wasn't she?
Yeah, that's quite an interesting episode, and let me tell you, it's why again I am so grateful to you, Michael Gardner, for allowing me to co-host on Mondays and Wednesdays and be part of some fun and different shows. It's not politics all the time. We had the movie and the music episodes. Those were great. And the interview with Levon, which I think was episode 402. People, if you haven't seen that with the trans woman versus the drag queen tranny clowns, there's a difference. You cannot lump everybody into the same damn bucket. We are all individuals, and you need to give people grace if you're a Christian. And
well, Joseph, if they do give you flack for this, man, just tell them it's savage, unfucking filtered. The show says it all, guys. I do this on purpose because everyone out there, I believe, deserves to have a voice. okay, on the show, whether they, explore wild sexual fantasies like Layla London. I mean, hey, listen, Savage Unfiltered. We don't always do politics. We bring it all, Joseph. And I think that's what the show. That's why we changed it from Patriot Angle Podcast to Savage Unfiltered. So
that's exactly right. And thank you for allowing me to be part of the show. We have fun. We're not serious all the time, and we wide variety of subject matter like today was. It's great. That's why Savage Unfiltered has got to be on autoplay on iHeart or Spotify or Anchor or Rumble notices whenever a Savage Unfiltered a podcast drops. You gotta listen or watch right away. I mean, this content is second to none. Second to none. Absolutely. I mean,
we try to get the best personalities possible, guys. But with that being said, thanks for tuning in, guys, and we'll see you on the next one. Take it easy.